The only time we have is literally right now, right here, right now. Our point of power is in the now, is in this moment right now. So, what are we deciding to do with this moment? What are you deciding to do in this moment in time? Doesn't matter what year it is, right? It doesn't really matter because it's about right now. If you truly think about it, time does not exist. What? What is she talking about? Time does not exist if you really think about it. Think about this. Across the world, in a different country, it's a different time zone right now. In California, it's 3 hours ahead, right? The time zones are different in so many places. Does time really exist then? If it can be 9 o'clock here and 6 o'clock in California and whatever time in London and whatever time in Hawaii and so on and so forth. I mean, that's up to you to decide. But I'm just a messenger. I came on here today. Hello, I'm Telly. And I came on here because I was reading through my journal. I love my journal so much. I am always writing notes that I want to share with you guys because I just think that they're so powerful. And I think that this can be helpful to someone and someone can use what I wrote down in my notes. So, yeah. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading from my book. My husband put this on here for me. That is our logo, as you can see behind me, Kamate Namaste logo. So it reads, a shift isn't something you do, it's who you are already now. So what this really means to me is that I feel like once you decide that you are ready to make a shift, then that is who you are. You have already shifted into the person that you want to shift into once you decide. Like I said, the time is right now. There is no time. So the only time that we have is right here, right now, the present moment, right? And that's why they said the presence is a gift because we only have the present moment. Even when we say, oh, next week I want to go and go shopping, when next week comes, that time is now, right? That time is right now. If we say, oh, yesterday I went to the market and got some broccoli, right now, right here, when we're thinking about it, that time is now. It's now. We can pull up a memory so easily. A memory from years ago could be 12, 13, 16 years ago. We could pull up a memory right now that was supposed to be from the quote unquote past, right? This is a whole nother video, so I'm not going to really get into time here, but I'm just trying to explain to you guys what I mean when I say that time does not exist. There's only the right now. The present moment is the only moment that exists. So without getting deeper into it, we're going to move on, okay? So the next thing I wrote was, I live in ease and knowing at every moment of my life because I move with God. I mean, uh, that's very clear cut, okay? Because I move with God, I move with ease and knowing, right? I know that higher power is always with me. So I move with confidence and I move with that knowing in my bones that I'm always good. I'm always going to be good, right? Because that's what I move with. So there's no worries here, right? It took me a while to learn that, but once I did, it was like, okay, I'm always, I'm always have someone that has my back. So what am I worried about? There's nothing to ever worry about when you have God on your side. Okay. So there's that. So there's that. Moving on, I wrote, which we talked about earlier, my point of power is in this very moment, right? So your point of power is in this moment. When you decide that you want to do something new, when you decide that you want to become someone new, that's where your point of power is, right in that moment that you decide. Everything starts to shift for you when you decide, right? Even the actions, everything starts to shift and starts to happen when you make a choice and you decide to become someone else. Things start to shift. It's scientifically proven, right? If we understand how the world works. I'm not going to get into it in this video because this is not what it's about. So it says, This life experience in any situation is making me smarter, stronger, and better in the long run. That's like self explanatory, right? Everything that I do in life is making me smarter, stronger, because life is a lesson. Life is teaching me at every moment. I'm learning a lesson in life, whether it be from being a mom, whether it be from working, from being a daughter, a sister, an aunt. There's always a lesson to be learned in life. We're always learning, and we're always also teaching as well. We're learning and we're teaching at the same time all the time. The next thing I wrote was, you get to choose, you get to decide what state you're in at every moment. Choose the preferred state that makes you feel good in your body, right? Of course, like who doesn't want to choose something that makes them feel good in their body? That's extremely important to me. So at every moment, you have a choice. You get to choose at every moment. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, you get to choose, okay, how you get to choose how you're going to be feeling that day from when you first wake up in the morning. You get to decide if you feel like you're going to be happy, if you feel like you're going to be grumpy, you decide in that moment. And you can always change your decisions too, because sometimes, let's just be real, life be lifing, right? So sometimes we wake up early in the morning and we're tired and we don't get to choose because we feel like, oh, I'm tired and I have a whole attitude. And wrong. You still get to choose. You get to wake up and say, you know what, I'm tired, but what am I going to do now from here? I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to wake myself up and I can start from this moment right here, right now, right? We don't have to be, oh, woe is me, I didn't get to sleep, so now, ugh, I gotta dread the whole day. I gotta have everybody dread it with me because I didn't sleep well. No, you can decide, you know what, I didn't sleep well, but I know what I'm gonna do tomorrow to sleep better, and I know that now I'm gonna make the best of my day right now. We get to choose, right? It's your choice. You get to choose, and you get to also stop identifying with that part of you who acts in a way that maybe you don't like, right? Just like I used to be depressed, I used to have anxiety. I had to decide and I had to choose to stop identifying with my anxiety filled self, with my depression filled self. I had to say, you know what? Sorry, I got to leave you behind, right? I'm sorry, but you have to die so that another version of Telly can be reborn. I cannot take you with me on this journey. You have to stay there, you have to die, and I am going to now pick up and I'm going to go on this journey with my new confident self, right? With my new confidence armor. I'm wearing my confidence armor and I'm getting jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So we get to choose and we get to decide. Period. That's it. That's all. Like it's up to us. Like we can't just put it on someone else like, oh, this and that. No. You get to choose, you get to decide. So put on your big girl panties and decide and choose to be happy. Okay? Just decide. Just decide. Make a decision. You don't need to look for validation in the world, right? So that's so important. We're always looking for validation from someone else, right? This is why social media exists, right? Because people needed validation. Oh, I post a picture and now I have 30 people liking it or 50,000 people liking it. That's fine and great, right? It's important that you don't feel like you need validation from other people. Like I used to always feel like, oh my gosh, every time I post, it needs to have such and such likes. And wrong. No, who cares? Like I had to decide and I had to say, you know what? Me posting something on social media and getting 5 likes or 50,000 likes, that is not going to validate who I am because I already know who I am. And I don't need other people to validate me and tell me, oh, you're great because I liked your picture, right? First of all, we're not even going to get into that, but we know how non-real social media can be in the first place, because many times I have posted a picture of me smiling, happy, looking cute and everything like that, but on the inside I was not happy. I was depressed. I was feeling down, but I posted that because I needed validation from others to boost me up and make me feel better. But I had to learn, girl, no, you don't need that. Girl, bye. You don't need none of that. You need to validate yourself. You need to go to that bathroom, look at yourself in the mirror, and validate yourself, right? Because it's really what's on the inside. On the outside is great, right? But once you get that inside, once you get that internal together, right? You're way better to now externally show, okay, confidence. I know who I am, right? You have to get the inside together and validate yourself on the inside. And then you will care less about people validating you on the outside, right? I'm good with it and I'm good without it. The same way I react to when somebody says, oh my gosh, you're beautiful, is the same way I react if someone says, oh my gosh, you're ugly. It's the same, right? It's neutral for me. I really could care less either way, right? That's how we want to be. That's how I always wanted to be. So I'm actually my dream girl right now because I'm able to just be like, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't bother me ever. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys enjoyed me reading my notes. If you want to see more videos like this with me reading my notes, because I have a lot of notes, let me know down in the comment section below. Comment more notes, please, or read from your book. I even have a journal that I was thinking about reading from as well. So let me know if you guys would like me to do that. But yes, until next time, I will see you guys soon. Make sure you take care of yourself and each other. Later.